And to think I was just out here for the motorcycle road, and this was a waypoint, so I decided I might as well see what it is. Oh boy, am I ever glad I did that. Well, good morning. I had a great night in my camping spot at the Natural Tunnel State Park, and I'm now on my way out. I'm passing through these cute little houses on the side of the road, but I'm looking on the left-hand side and seeing train tracks, and I'm thinking, oh my, for anyone who's camped in BC, you know what it's like when the trains run by. They usually have to sound their whistles when they enter a populated area. Anyway, I have quite a day planned today. We're going to ride the Dragon Slayer, and I'm also going to do Pine Mountain Road. So 2 big roads to travel on today. Should be a lot of fun. And I'm also going to visit something different, the Sky Arch Bridge. So lots of stuff on today. I hope you are going to enjoy this ride. I saw this sign at Big Stone Gap. And this is even before I got to the motorcycle road. It's going to be a good day. As I approached the small town of Appalachia, which is the start of the Dragon Slayer, I came to this area called Roaring Branch Trail. Nothing too particular about it. Looks like just a hiking trail. But here it is, just on the other side of this bridge. And you see that big pile of rocks? As I'm riding along, to me, that looks like a lion. As if an artist has made a lion out of a big pile of rocks. So I tried to look it up. Hey, who made the lion? That kind of thing. Well, apparently nobody did. Nobody else seems to think it's a lion at all. So if you think I'm nuts, write it in the comments. Hopefully you'll think I'm right. If it's not a lion, then why do they have a big pile of rocks in the park? Who knows? The Dragon Slayer starts calmly enough, but don't let that lull you to sleep. This is one amazing road, and I've been on a lot of amazing roads already, so this one is one of the top for sure. And here we go. And right away I find myself climbing up, which is always a good sign. The Dragon Slayer is just over 20 miles with 226 curves, and it's known for being very technical riding, so a lot of sharp twisty turns, and you can see that right away. It's nestled between Virginia and Kentucky. It's kind of half on each, which is kind of neat. Although there are some towns along this route, including some of historical interest, there's very little traffic today, and that makes this a great lost road for motorcycle travel. Very few people seem to know about this route, and I say you've got to get here. This is a gem. It's a definite top-tier motorcycle road. I found the Virginia side to be loaded with tight, technical turns. It really kept me on my toes and wide awake. Oh, there's so much glorious blue sky. And the fall colors in the trees are really coming out now. Makes this a very scenic trip. Here at the Jebediah Memorial Overlook, we pass into Kentucky. It's also the highest elevation in all of Kentucky, at the Black Mountain. And so begins our descent. And this is the great thing about the Dragon Slayer. While I found Virginia to be very technical tight turns, really keeping you sharp, but you couldn't go all that fast at times. Here on the Kentucky side, all the turns a little bit more rounded, a little bit more sweeping. Still very, very fun, but now you can kind of let loose a little bit and go at a bit more speed. So I really found the Virginia side and the Kentucky side to be different, but different in a great way. You can experience sort of the best in two different styles of motorcycle riding. I should note that the views at the top of the Dragon Slayer are spectacular. The viewpoints are only for a short period of time, however, but nevertheless, I kind of wish now that I'd stopped at them. But that kind of shows you how much fun I was having. I just kept riding past everything because it was just an absolute blast. Now, whenever you're actually riding a road, it always kind of becomes like, wow, this is a great road. So, how do you rank roads? Well, it's hard to say, of course, but this is a keeper. This is definitely in the top 10 of all-time motorcycle roads I've been on. So I say this is a bucket list road. Get out here if you have a chance. This is Lynch, Harlan County, Kentucky. It was founded in 1917 by U.S. Coal and Coke Company, so this is a true company town. Everything was owned by the company until 1963. That means no mayor, council, or police, other than what the company itself provided. This is the kind of town represented in the TV series Justified. From the 20s through the 40s, Lynch was one of the biggest coal producers in the world. Its population peaked in the 40s at around 10,000 people, but today, with the coal gone, the population has dwindled to a mere 650. That abandoned building was the old high school. And this building was the infamous company store, immortalized in songs like 16 Tons by Merle Travis. The store controlled prices and was the only place to stop, so it was easy for miners to end up constantly in debt to the company. Those who remain have rallied to keep the town alive. Here on the left now is the Welcome Center for the Dragon Slayer, a great place to stop. The current lifeblood of Lynch, though, is Portal 31 coal mine. It was formerly active and is now used for tourism. You can go inside and see what a coal mine would be like. Quite an experience. Well, back on the road again. And fortunately for me, a relatively short span through open highway, and then I get to Pine Mountain Road, which is really just a section of this 119 road between Oven Fork and Whitesburg, climbing over Pine Mountain. And it provides, hopefully, some good twists and turns as well. Let's see. Pine Mountain Road does not disappoint. One of the things I noticed was it's a very well engineered road. Look at the double yellow lines here. It's like they know in the sweepers they're keeping us apart from each other. It's kind of a cool feature. The road's wide and the trees are a bit further away, so you can really enjoy the sunny day. Fortunately, I met this big truck at a point where it was easy to pass. Last thing you want is to be stuck behind a vehicle on a day like this. Well, I've crested Pine Mountain and I'm on my way down the other side. Is Pine Mountain a must-do motorcycle road? Not really. But is it fun? Absolutely. It's a road that if you're in the area, you definitely want to do. It's not one of my top 10 roads. They can't all be top 10 roads. But yeah, beautiful. When I do get stuck behind a vehicle and it isn't so safe to pass, I just pull over. 30 seconds to a minute later, as long as no other cars come, I'm good to go for quite a while. With Pound Mountain behind me, I headed on towards Carr Creek area, and maybe now's a good time to check out the map and see where I'm going. So I started the day at the Natural Tunnel State Park and immediately went to the Dragon Slayer and then to the Pine Mountain Road. Both were awesome. What a good start. From there, I sauntered across Kentucky until I ended up over at the Sky Bridge and Nada Tunnel. From there, I did a quick detour over to Winchester just to get some good barbecue. And from there, I headed northward through some pleasant country roads until I got to the border with Ohio and the Ohio Scenic Byway. I was getting late and tired, and I finally rested at the Oak Hill Campground in Ohio. It's quite a neat view looking down at the town of Hazard here. I'm just soaking up the miles right now to get myself over to the Sky Bridge. It is quite the sight, and I'm not going to tell you too much about it until we get there, just to not spoil the surprise. This is the very cute community of Pine Ridge. We just passed the Sky Bridge station, which is an eatery, and this is an ice cream shop. I don't have time for those right now, though. I'm on my way to the Sky Bridge. The 715 is the road to take you there, and you enter the Daniel Boone National Forest. And it is a tight little road. Just as that car goes by, you can see this is not a single lane road. This is in both directions. And what a stellar road this is. Nothing too sharp, but lots of little sweeping turns and curves, and of course, with the road being this narrow, it's just going to be a thrilling ride. It is unbelievably peaceful out here in the woods. It just puts a smile on my face to ride along here. Here's a sign. We're officially headed towards the Sky Bridge. So I'm at Sky Bridge National Park or State Park. I think it's this, not sure which. And we come up to this ridge. Scenery is pretty cool. I think you'll see it on both sides in a minute. Let's see, it's going to take us out to a point here. Oh yeah. It's beautiful. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I know why it's called the Sky Bridge. No guardrails. Holy cow. It's just out here. I think that is the coolest thing. We got rails here. Hello. The Sky Bridge arch is a totally natural phenomenon, but what might not be immediately clear is that this is indeed an arch. This is hollow underneath. It's solid stone, so it's safe enough, but you're walking on a real bridge. Awesome. And to think, I was just out here for the motorcycle road, and this was a waypoint, so I decided I might as well see what it is. Oh boy, am I ever glad I did that. Well, what an enjoyable pit stop that was. The whole walk was less than a mile, maybe 1.5 kilometers total. And yeah, it was just nice to get out and stretch the legs. And now I'm back on the little twisty roads here, which are also awesome. And I'm on my way now to the Nada tunnels. The Nada Tunnel, named after the little town of Nada. Which I think still exists, but there's not many people there. The Nada Tunnel is also known as the gateway to the Red River Gorge, which is the area I've been exploring that includes the Sky Bridge Arch. It's a great little area here in the Daniel Boone National Forest. Anyway, the tunnel was started in 1910 and finished in 1911. And oh, here we are. So it was originally a railway tunnel, and so it's relatively narrow. It's only suitable for one-way traffic, and so you have to wait for cars on the other side. And it's approximately 12 feet wide so it's certainly wide enough for cars to go through, and 12 feet high because it was intended for rail traffic. And being that we're in the heart of Kentucky, you might think that it was for coal trucks, coal trains, haha. But actually it was used mostly for lumber. And one year lumber got stuck here in the tunnel, and they had to blast it out, so the roof became 13 feet high. It's because it was made so long ago, there's no lighting or anything, of course, and so as you can see, it's quite dark in here. Nowadays there's an 8K race that ends up also going through this tunnel. Well, this was actually a detour, so I need to go the other way. So that means I get to go through a second time, but somebody's already there. It's not so easy to back up on a motorcycle. Luckily, there was just one vehicle, and so it's my turn again. It's quite a neat feeling in here, and of course it gets a lot cooler than the outside temperature. It's really noticeable on a motorcycle. Well, that tunnel was surprisingly fun. It was well worth the stop. So now I'm on my way, and my current plans are to head off towards the Ohio River. First, I get to travel through some nice countryside. Very scenic and beautiful out here. Once I got to the freeway, it dawned on me that it was still about 3 to 3.5 hours to the Ohio River. And because I'd had so much excitement with the roads early on, I still haven't eaten yet today. So very quickly I pulled over and decided, let's see if I can find somewhere to eat. And I'm in Kentucky only for today, so I thought, let's look up barbecue. There were plenty of choices. This is Kentucky after all, but I really wanted excellent barbecue, so I was looking for top rated, and I must have spent 10 minutes before I finally decided what I wanted to do. The reason is the Pit Masters BBQ was by far the best looking restaurant, but it was in Winchester, and that was an hour in the wrong direction. But barbecue calls, I come.
All right, wow, just finished some ribs at the Pit Masters BBQ. It's a little tiny shop in, what am I in? I can't remember the name of this town. But I'm in Kentucky, and yeah, there are two guys in there, and they're both a heap of fun. Great little place. It's just a little hole in the wall, but that's maybe the best way for a barbecue place to be. Ribs, I had ribs. The ribs were great. So far I've had ribs here, and I've had ribs in Georgia. I gotta say the Georgia ribs were better. There's a lot more meat, and it was moister. This was smokier, a very, very strong smoky flavor to it. Delicious, but yeah, Georgia wins out so far.
Sorry I forgot your name, Winchester. You seem like a very nice town, and the biggest place I've been to in quite some time, actually. And yeah, I'm back in Amish country apparently, as I make my way out to the Ohio River Scenic Byway. Well, after a fair stretch of freeway riding, I am now finally here at this bridge. It's going to take me over the Ohio River. The Ohio River separates Ohio from Kentucky. It's the border here. And it is one major river. Get some nice views of it here on the right. And welcome back to Ohio. I was here before on my trip in the northern section when I was coming from west to east. Now I'm doing this big circle and I've come to it again. This section of the Ohio River Scenic Byway wasn't so scenic. I guess I was going through the greater Portsmouth area, and so I just kept running into population. I decided it was time to get lodging for the night, and I wanted to camp. I found a spot, but it really looked like people were just living in it, so it didn't give me a great feeling. So I moved on, but I did find a good spot to spend the night at the Oak Hill Campground in the Wayne National Forest.
Hey, I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next ride.